Welcome to a special journey where ancient wisdom meets modern life, helping you become stronger, calmer, and smarter in a chaotic world. Today, we'll uncover 9 Stoic keys that can help you master your emotions, stay grounded, and rise above life's daily pressures. These aren't dry theories. They're practical tools for thinking clearly, acting wisely, and living with true purpose. In a world full of distractions and stress, how do you stay balanced? How do you avoid being swept away by negativity or fear? Each Stoic principle in this video holds part of the answer, guiding you toward a mindset of resilience, inner peace, and quiet strength. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment saying, "Keep it up," below. Now, let's begin. 1. Don't talk about challenges. Let your actions speak louder. Let's face it, life throws curveballs. From missed deadlines to heartbreaks, stress is everywhere. So, what's the Stoic way of handling it? Simple. Don't talk about your challenges. Sounds strange, right? You might ask, isn't it healthy to vent? Of course, sharing in moderation can help. But the Stoics believe that real strength comes not from talking, but from transforming. Instead of replaying our problems like a broken record, they urged us to shift focus from complaining to solving, from reacting to responding with wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That's not just poetic, it's a mindset. Your challenges aren't walls, they're invitations. Imagine you're buried in a tough project at work. Talking about how hard it is won't make it easier, it might make it worse. But break it down into steps, take action, and suddenly it's manageable. That's Stoic power in motion. Even stuck in traffic, you can choose mindfulness over frustration. Listen to a podcast, breathe, reflect. You'll arrive not just at your destination, but in a better state of mind. So here's your challenge. Next time life pushes back, don't vent. Stay calm, take action, speak less, do more. True strength isn't loud, it's quiet, steady, and unstoppable. And that's exactly the kind of power Stoicism helps you build. 2. Don't reveal your secrets. The Stoic art of discretion. Not everything is meant to be shared. In a world that celebrates oversharing and rewards constant updates, the Stoics invite us to take a different path, one of quiet strength and intentional silence. Today's Stoic key is simple, yet powerful. Don't reveal your secrets. This doesn't mean you should become a closed book or avoid connection. It means protecting your inner world with wisdom. Your thoughts, your dreams, your fears, they are sacred. Would you leave a treasure chest wide open in a crowded street? Of course not. The same goes for your deepest truths. When you reveal too much, too soon, you give others the power to shape, doubt, or even harm what should be protected. As Seneca once said, if you want to keep a secret, keep it to yourself. And he had a point. Some of the deepest wounds come not from strangers, but from those we once trusted. Think of your private thoughts like a candle flame in the wind. Shield it, and it shines longer. Expose it carelessly, and it's gone. Holding back isn't weakness, it's self-respect, it's discipline. Imagine working on a passion project, something close to your heart. Share it too early, and others might question it, dilute it, or distract you from it. But when you guard it, nurture it, and reveal it only when ready. You give it the space to thrive. So here's your challenge. Master the art of discretion. Be intentional about what you share and with whom. Build trust, not noise. And remember, true confidence doesn't need to prove itself. It simply is. 3. Don't talk about your achievements. Let your excellence speak quietly. You've worked hard, overcome obstacles, and accomplished something meaningful. Naturally, you want to share it. But here's the Stoic twist. Don't talk about your achievements. Sounds counterintuitive, right? Shouldn't you celebrate your wins? Sure, it's healthy to acknowledge your progress. But the Stoics teach us that real fulfillment doesn't come from likes, applause, or praise. It comes from quiet mastery, from knowing who you are without needing the world to validate it. Imagine a gardener who spends years cultivating a breathtaking landscape. They don't announce their every bloom. They just keep planting, pruning, and showing up. The beauty of their work speaks for itself. That's Stoic humility. In today's world, it's tempting to broadcast every success, to measure your worth by how many people clap. But when you rely on external recognition, you build a house on sand. True strength is internal, quiet, steady. When you achieve something, let your actions whisper what words would only cheapen. Let your discipline, consistency, and impact speak louder than any post or status update. As Epictetus put it, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. So the next time you succeed, take a breath. Appreciate how far you've come, then move forward with grace, not ego. Because the people who truly inspire others aren't the ones shouting from the rooftops. They're the ones who lead with quiet excellence, who keep showing up when no one's watching. That's not just Stoicism, it's timeless wisdom. 4. The power of strategic silence. Keep your next move a mystery. Sometimes the smartest move you can make is saying nothing at all. In a world where everyone's rushing to post, announce, and declare their next big step, the Stoics stand still, watching, working, and strategizing in silence. Think of yourself like a chess master. You don't announce your next move. You observe. You calculate. And when the time is right, you strike with precision. The Stoics believe that sharing your plans too early can scatter your energy, invite doubt, or worse, hand your power to someone else. Why give the world front row seats to a show that's still being written? By keeping your goals to yourself, you protect your focus. You reduce pressure. You avoid the false satisfaction that comes with premature praise. Ever told someone your dream and suddenly felt less excited to pursue it? That's because talking about doing the thing can sometimes trick your mind into thinking you've already done it. But when you move in silence, every step becomes more intentional, more yours. It's not about being secretive, it's about being strategic. Whether you're building a business, writing a book, or training for a marathon, keep it close. Let your results speak. Let your progress reveal itself on your terms. So next time you're tempted to post, announce, or overshare, pause. Ask yourself, is this for me or their reaction? And then choose the Stoic path, the quiet, focused, powerful one. That's how real progress is made. 5. Don't talk about others. The Stoic path to a gossip-free life. In a world where gossip spreads faster than truth, choosing silence is a radical act of wisdom. Today's Stoic key reminds us, don't talk about others. It's tempting, isn't it? A juicy detail, a careless opinion, a quick judgment. It feels harmless in the moment. But the Stoics knew better. They understood that every second you spend talking about someone else is a second stolen from your growth. Why waste energy criticizing what's outside your control when you could be refining your character? As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. When you speak of others, especially in a negative light, you feed ego, drama, and division. But when you turn inward, when you choose to build rather than judge, you become a force of quiet power. Think of it like this: you're either living your life or you're watching someone else's. Which one sounds more fulfilling? Even in everyday moments, at work, with friends, online, you have a choice: stir the pot or set the tone. The Stoic chooses the latter. So here's your challenge. The next time gossip tempts you, pause. Ask yourself, does this help me grow? Does this build anyone up? If not, let it go. Focus on becoming who you admire, not tearing down who you envy. In doing so, you'll not only find deeper peace, but you'll lead by example. And in a noisy world, that kind of quiet integrity speaks louder than words. 6. Don't talk about your good deeds. The quiet power of unspoken kindness. True kindness doesn't need an audience. In a world where every act of generosity is instantly turned into content, the Stoics remind us of a deeper, quieter truth. Don't talk about your good deeds. That might sound harsh at first. Isn't it okay to share kindness, to inspire others, to feel good about doing good? Sure, but ask yourself this: are you doing it for the impact or for the applause? The Stoics believe that real virtue lies in doing good for its own sake, not for recognition. As Seneca said, the reward for a good deed is to have done it. No hashtags, no humble brags, just pure intention. Picture a hidden spring deep in the woods. It flows gently, nourishing life all around it, never asking for praise, never needing to be seen. That's the beauty of silent goodness. And here's the irony: when you don't announce your good deeds, they often shine brighter. People feel the sincerity. They notice the warmth, the character, the quiet strength behind your actions. But when kindness is used for attention, it loses its soul. In today's world of curated generosity, the Stoic chooses a different path: private, humble, intentional. So here's your challenge. The next time you help someone, give without needing credit. Let the impact be enough. Let your actions echo quietly through someone's life. That's where real virtue lives, not under a spotlight, but in the silent places where no one's watching. And when you practice this kind of unspoken kindness, you don't just change the world, you change yourself. 7. The Stoic Shield, guarding your weaknesses. In a world that constantly tells you to open up and be vulnerable, this lesson might feel like going against the grain. Don't speak of your weaknesses. But the Stoics knew something profound. What you reveal without caution can be used against you. Vulnerability isn't wrong, but it must be paired with wisdom. Picture a fortress with its gates wide open, beautiful but defenseless. Seneca said, "The person who reveals their weaknesses to the world is like a city without walls." Your weaknesses are not flaws you're ashamed of. They're the soft spots in your armor, the places where you're most likely to break under pressure. Sharing them carelessly invites manipulation, misunderstanding, or even well-meaning exploitation. That doesn't mean you hide from growth. It means you protect the sacred space where growth happens. True Stoic strength is quiet. It doesn't scream for sympathy. It builds resilience in silence. Imagine you tend to crumble under stress. If you broadcast that, others might pile on more pressure, even unintentionally. But if you quietly build your coping tools, breathing exercises, time management, and mindset work, suddenly that weakness becomes a hidden strength. So here's your challenge. Be honest with yourself, but selective with the world. Use silence as your training ground. Turn inward. Identify the parts of you that need fortifying, and then build patiently and powerfully. Because the strongest people aren't the ones who expose every wound. They're the ones who heal in silence and come back stronger than ever. 8. The unspoken dream. Nurturing your aspirations in the quiet of your heart. Not every dream is meant to be shared, not yet. Some dreams are too raw, too sacred, too new to survive the noise of the world. The Stoics knew this, which is why they teach us to nurture our deepest aspirations in silence. When you whisper your dreams to the wrong ears, you risk more than doubt. You risk losing the fire that gave birth to them. Picture planting a delicate seed. If you keep digging it up to show others, it will never grow. But if you bury it gently, water it patiently, and let the sun do its quiet work, it transforms. Dreams are no different. Sharing them too soon can invite skepticism, distraction, or premature pressure. Worse, it can shift your focus from the love of the dream to the need for approval, and suddenly, what was once yours becomes theirs. The Stoics remind us the future isn't promised, but the present is yours. So act now, build now, dream now, but do it in your own sacred space. Whether it's writing a book, launching a business, or reinventing your life, let it bloom in private. Trust the process. Trust yourself. So here's your challenge. When inspiration strikes, don't rush to announce it. Let it breathe. Let it become something real before the world gets to judge it. Your dream deserves that. Because the strongest visions aren't shouted from rooftops, they're quietly built, brick by brick, until one day they stand tall and speak for themselves. 9. The sanctuary of solitude. Embracing the quiet strength within. In a world that never stops talking, silence is revolutionary. Our final Stoic key invites you to rediscover something most people run from. Solitude. Not loneliness, not isolation, but that sacred space where your thoughts settle, your heart speaks, and your strength quietly grows. The Stoics believed solitude wasn't a sign of weakness, it was a sign of wisdom. It's in those moments alone, without noise or judgment, that we finally meet ourselves. Imagine sitting beneath a tree at dawn. No phone, no plans, just you, your breath, and the gentle unfolding of thought. In that stillness, clarity rises. Fears soften, purpose returns. But share that moment too freely, and the spell breaks. Not everyone understands the depth of silence. Some might call it strange. Others might interrupt it. That's why the Stoics remind us, protect your solitude. Guard it like you would guard a flame in the wind. In solitude, you don't just rest, you reset. You remember who you are without the roles, without the noise, and from that stillness, real strength is born. So here's your challenge. Make space for solitude. Whether it's a walk at sunrise, a journal in the dark, or a quiet moment of breath before the day begins, keep it yours. Let it be your sanctuary, your workshop, your temple. Because the world will always ask for more of you. But solitude gives something back, something no one else can offer, you. And just like that, we've come to the end of this journey through the 9 Stoic keys, timeless principles to help you rise above the noise, stand tall in adversity, and live with quiet, powerful purpose. These lessons weren't just ancient ideas dusted off from the past. They were tools, shields, compasses, reminders that true wisdom doesn't scream for attention or chase applause. It whispers in your actions. It shows up in your self-discipline, your compassion, and your ability to walk through the storm without letting it enter you. So ask yourself, which of these keys will you start using today? Will you embrace strategic silence? Guard your inner world. Let your actions speak instead of your words. Because here's the truth. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs more clarity, more people who lead from within. And that can be you. It already is you if you've come this far. So keep going. Stay curious. Keep practicing. Growth doesn't happen in grand gestures. It happens in quiet moments, in small decisions, in the steady choice to live with intention. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to keep showing up with presence, with purpose, and with that stoic strength that speaks louder than words. If this video brought you value, let us know. Subscribe, hit that like button, and drop a comment below saying, "Keep it up." Until next time, keep walking the Stoic path and let your light speak for itself.